Hello and welcome back to the Little Craft House. If we haven't met before, my name is Nicole and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this fun silicone and wood bead wavy keyring. Let's start off with gathering all of the materials that we need to make the keyring. Right, so first we've got the actual keyring itself. We've got a sharp pair of scissors. I've got my focal flower beads. So these ones are silicone beads. Silicone work really well with this design of keyring. But I'm also going to be using the wooden beads. So I've got a jar of wood beads here. These ones are about 8mm in size. I've got a beading needle, so it's quite a long needle. You can use a shorter one if you've got a shorter one. It just needs to have the big enough opening at the end for the cord. And for the cord, I'm using a waxed cotton cord today. So usually when I'm making keyrings, I like to use nylon cord, but I didn't have any on hand that's in a neutral colour. So that's why I chose to use this wax cotton. And I'm going to cut about 60 centimetres in length of the cord. Now, it's better to go longer than shorter. So there's definitely going to be way more than enough here, but I do like to just go longer so that I can trim the ends if need be along the way. I'm going to start by popping those ends together and folding it in half so that I get the loop in the centre. Just untangle that there and we're going to attach that to our keyring. You can attach it any way you like, but my favourite way is just to thread the loop through the ring, open up the loop and then pull through those loose tails. Just like that, and then pull it nice and tight and it's attached to the ring. So I like to work on a flat surface. You can tape the top of your keyring down if you'd like to hold it still and keep it flat so that it's not moving around, but I just have it loose sitting like this. Now I've separated those two tail parts and I've made sure that the end here isn't too frayed. So if it has frayed a little bit, then you can either just trim the edge, or if it is a nylon cord, you can of course burn it with a flame and that'll melt the end and give it that hard tip. You also have the option of using the beading needle as well, but I'm just going to thread mine straight on. We want to start by threading 5 of our wooden beads onto the cord. So depending on the size of the beads that you're using, this number might be different, and it will also depend on the size of your focal beads as well, because we want it to go around and be nice and tight and snug against the focal beads. We don't want it to be too loose. As a general rule of thumb, the smaller the beads, the more you'll need. The larger the bead, the less you'll need. But you'll get a feel for it as you go along and you'll work out whether you need to add or take away from the amount that you've put on the cord to start with. I'm now going to take the second tail of cord here and I'm going to thread on my flower bead. And I'm going to pull it right up to the top there so that it's alongside, and this is where you'll be able to work out whether or not you need more or less of those round beads. So I'm just going to pull the last bead down slightly, and with that cord that the flower is on, I'm going to pass the cord through the bottom of that last bead. So I'm going to go from the end that the tail is hanging loosely and we're going to go back up into it. And then once it's through, we're going to pull the string straight through and pull both ends. And so you should have a string coming from either direction out of that base bead. As we pull it nice and tight, it should curve around our focal bead nicely. We're going to continue adding more of the wood beads. So we want to use the string that has come around with the wood beads to start with. So it's going to continue there and it's going to continue on to go around the next focal bead. So going to add my 5 beads onto this string. Now I'm using wood beads today with the silicone focals. Don't let that restrict you. You can of course use all silicone or all wood, or you could probably use glass or polymer or any type of beads that you like. I just happen to have these 3 flower beads sitting in my storage container together and I thought that they made a really nice combination, and then I thought that the wood beads would be really nicely complementary to them. So once those beads are threaded on, I'm going to push them all the way up to the top there, and you can see how the wavy pattern is starting to form. So I'm going to pop the next flower bead onto the other side. Oop, you can see my cord's fraying a little bit there, so I'll just trim that down. And pop that through. There we go, and bring it right up to the top so that's nice and tight. And then we're going to move that bottom bead down enough so that we can thread that cord back through it. And this is what's going to hold it all in position. So just pull that one through. Whoops, make sure that it's not looped around like mine was there. There we go, so that is the second part done. And then moving on to the next bit. Again, we're going to follow that wavy pattern around with the wood beads and continue threading onto that string. So just going to add those 5 wood beads on. I really like this pattern and design, and I've done it quite a few times for keyrings, but I was actually just thinking maybe I could see if I could do it a lot smaller, a smaller version, and do it as something like a bracelet. That would be really cool, something that you could wear all the time, maybe with something like the seed beads. I'll have to have a look in my stash and see what I've got. If I've got some flower beads, I'll be able to do it. If I do find some, I will definitely post a video or at least some photos of it. But yeah, I really like this pattern and the design. I definitely think I'm going to have to branch out a little bit from the keyrings and do something else with the pattern. Okay, so now my last 5 wood beads have been put on. I'm now going to do the last silicone bead. So again, on the other string, I'm just going to poke that one through and bring it right up to the top again. Now this time, instead of us threading the other string back through that last bead, we're just going to tie a knot. So just a normal shoelace style knot, getting it all in position, making sure that it's all nice and tight and all in position before tying a second knot to secure it all nice and tight. Now, if you feel it necessary to pop a bit of glue on at this point to just help to secure the knot, you can definitely do that. I don't tend to worry about it. I've not had any issues with them coming undone, but we are just now going to hide these cords back up into the keyring. So just going to get the ends together like so and just give them a trim so that they're nice and even and not frayed. And then this is where I like to use my beading needle, and I just try and thread both of those strings through the eye of the needle, and we're just going to pass the string back up through that flower bead. I just pass it through the one bead. If you want to, you can weave it all the way back through so that it's even more secure, but I just do it through that one there. And then we're just going to trim off those tails. So the advantage with the silicone bead is that it's nice and squishy. So what I can do is get a nice tight grip onto the string and give it a big pull and then cut those tails. And then the loose bits will go back down into that flower. All right, so just going to loop it around my fingers here and give it that nice big tug, get a bit of pressure on it and snip off those extras. And we'll just reposition it. Right, there we go. So now that knot is hidden within and our beads are looking all nice and pretty. So this is one of my most favouriteest keyring designs. I hope you've enjoyed coming along with me and watching the tutorial, and I'd love for you guys to give it a go yourself and tag me in your designs. If you enjoyed today's tutorial and you'd like to see some more tutorials, including the silicone bead keyrings and also some polymer clay earrings, jump on over to my channel and check out my tutorials. I'd also love for you to hit the subscribe button here on YouTube as well as over on Instagram and Facebook too. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you again next week.